I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect who are the house of David, reborn again in this generation. And Shalom to the 130 Yasharallah, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, who before losing their true heritage were known as the Israelites of the Holy Bible. In today's lesson, I want to go ahead and get into some recent folly that's been introduced to the citizens of Babylon the Great, also known as America. Now, before I do that, let me get the scripture. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Snapchat has a new filter making waves. It's the gender swaps your face. So people are making Tinder accounts now with their opposite. It'll make you a man or a woman as you just look through the lens.
It's already hard enough to navigate Tinder, and now you got to do that.
Well, I think it's funny if you pick up someone with your false face. I'm a hot dude, I think.
You think so?
I mean, I'm guessing. But wait, first, let's show some of our staffers. We were having so much fun this morning. We got slightly distracted. So this is Walter. He does all things social media, and this is Walter as a lady. And then we've got Haley.
I can't even look Walter in the eye right now.
Haley, one of our producers, also did this. Let's see who Haley is. She's winking at her.
Wow.
And then we got Tommy, who was running from the camera. He's like,
So as you see in that video, the company called Snapchat, who recently released a filter that turns men into women and women into men. Now, on the surface, it looks like it's all fun and games, and these things are easily able to be detected. You can obviously tell when somebody's using this filter, though there are some very good examples that it's very hard to tell, especially right now since it's all new. But the point being is what you're seeing right here in this image. You see, at first, what is introduced to the world as just a fun filter, a fun little thing to play with on a small application, it really is something to defile your brain, your conscious. Now, you see, at first it becomes with just something as fun as playing with your friends, your family, yourself, just seeing what you look like, what your friends look like, and so forth. But check this out. It then starts progressing through society, right? You're gonna start like that lady said. You start seeing people messing around and trying to hoax other people and put these things on Tinder, like this asshole did right here. It says this guy used gender swapping Snapchat selfie on Tinder and got 100 swipes within 20 minutes. And he said, "It's kind of made me wish I was Tracy instead of Troy," he joked. Right? But see, that's the point, right? It introduces the notion that you could be the opposite gender, right? And what is going on right now in the world, right, is that all these people here, like here, for example, is a Reddit subreddit. We're showing up all these people who have been doing this, man. You got Edomites like this, man. Think it's funny, and they do shit like that, right? I'm just gonna go through, look, and it's funny, right? Because if you look at it, it's mostly these Edomites who are doing this shit, man. Right? You don't see that many Jakes on here doing this shit, because that shit's a folly, man. That shit's look at this shit, man. It's funny, man. It's mostly just fucking, look at this right here. Go one more please, sexy girl. Haha, okay, just for you. Right? This guy was all pissed, right? Because he actually got fooled by this shit, man. Because he probably didn't know about this filter, right? But you see, at first it's just fun and games. But you see, look at this right here, man. I shaved my chest for this. You see that? This guy straight went and shaved his freaking chest hair so that way he could come out and have a good picture like a girl. Man, these Edomites, see, this is their natural like state. The men want to be women, the women want to be men, because this is the vibe that is being pushed out on the world right now. And the ones who are accepting it the most are these Edomites, along with people that follow suit, like these Moabites, man. This is an old Moabite man. And you're gonna see, there you go, you can see his ass right there. And there was another video I was trying to find. You had some evil Jake witch. She was hugging her man, and her man didn't know that he had a filter. She was doing the filter of her turning herself into a guy, but when he looked around, he got all freaked out, right? Because he was all pissed about it, and rightly so, man. Because this shit, like I said, man, though it may be funny at first, it's what do you call it, dude? It's freaking folly, right? And again, and even though this is just a small game, and yes, that's true. This is something just small. It's not really true. It's just an image. But what it does is it defiles you, man. It introduces into your mindset certain ideas, right? Right? Like, hey, this guy, he looks great like a girl. Man, I totally would do him. Or vice versa. Man, this girl looks good as a guy. I would totally have her bang me. You know, those ideas is what fucks people up in this world, right? And that's what Satan wants to do, because again, Satan, he doesn't go out and come out and being like, okay, I'm going to turn all you people into the opposite sex. No, he does it little by little, and he does it with small games. This is Titus 1:15. Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. Let's look up this word conscience. Let's actually find out what this word means. Conscience.
Conscience.
An inner feeling or voice viewed as acting as a guide to the righteousness or wrongness of one's behavior. This is what a skewed conscience has done to the society, along with the leaders of the world who have openly put out through the Georgia Guidestones. And also you just got the elites coming out talking about they want less people in the world and pushing that whole false narrative that there's too many people in the world. They're pushing out things like this, right? To push the whole gender bender narrative on our people, man. And they're pushing it as fashion, as a way of equality, right? Vermont just recently elected a openly transgender man, a man dressing like a woman, right? Believing he's a woman and stuff like that, because his conscience has been so defiled that he now believes he's a woman.
I am so proud to be the face of the Democrats. Now I'm running for governor to harness the collective strength of all Vermonters and to ensure everyone.
I ain't gonna let that play so long, man. That's disgusting. But yeah, man, this is the natural state of these Edomites, man. So besides them wanting to depopulate the world, this is just something that they want to naturally do, man. This is what they're naturally falling back on, because this is their inner defiled soul, man. It's not up. The soul that is within them is not upright within them, as the scriptures say. Right? And ultimately, that defiled consciousness, that little things like those apps, the trying to be inclusive of everybody, right? Trying not to judge anybody, right? All these things that this devil pushes out on the world, this is what it leads to, man. Little kids, I think at this time he was 9 years old. But hold on, this is the point. What he just said. Look, I want you to hear what this so-called famous drag kid said got him into this, man. See, this is he here is showing you how he got defiled. I got into drag. You see that? So you see, this kid was a normal boy, and his parents, lacking the judgment, knowing that and not knowing that their son shouldn't have been watching filth like that RuPaul show, let this kid watch it, and now look at him now. Look at this shit, man. He's out there fucking dancing for these pervs, man, and it's been proven that homosexuals are the majority of pedophiles and stuff, man. The ones that create sexual crimes are the majority of homosexuals, man. They've thrown their child into the damn lion's den, man. And look at this, dude. This kid, this future man, if he even gets to be that old, and stuff like that, if he doesn't die of some sort of disease and stuff like that, he's not gonna continue his family line. That's gonna be the end, and the end of that family line is gonna be disgrace. Now, let me read this. This is Isaiah 24:5. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenants. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt. Revelations 18:23. And the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by sorceries were all the nations deceived. You see, as these two prophecies in Isaiah and Revelation foretell, the nation of Babylon that has deceived the nations with its sorceries, things like the Gendersnap filter, right? As small as it may be, it is just one of the sorceries being used by this devil to defile the inhabitants of the earth, because ultimately it's trying to pursue its goal of depopulating the earth to 500 million, as it's said. Now, this is the devil's job that he was given by his father, Satan. But he doesn't realize that Satan is being controlled by the overall power, the Most High, as the world calls him Jehovah or God, whose true name is Yahweh, which means he is in the ancient Hebrew tongue of Paleo-Hebrew, or Lashon Kodash, right? And he's gonna make this devil fight against himself, man. That's why you're seeing this image right here, man. You're seeing the Iranians, the Russians, and the Chinese, along with the other nations out here who have nuclear weapons. They're all going to fire on Babylon and the beast, and they're going to destroy this place, man. And then that's going to be the same time when the Most High Yahweh and His Son, the Messiah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, whose true name is Yahweh Shai, which means He is salvation in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew language of Lashon Kodash, when they're going to be arriving to save the remnant of the house of Israel, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians and stuff, right? They're going to save 144,000 plus 1/3. That means 1 out of every 3 Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians in the earth will be saved and pulled up into these chariots while they're looking down on earth and seeing the destruction of Babylon the Great and the resetting of humanity for the next coming kingdom of the Lord, which will be heaven on earth. It will be full of abundance and righteousness. You're no longer going to see wickedness, man. So hopefully this video was edifying, Akim. Until next time, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kodash, Double honors to my teachers, the Apostle Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect. Shalom.